Good evening friends, my name is J.K. Haldar. Today I am going to give a lecture on heat exchanger. This is one of the important chapter coming in the GATE exam. So what is heat exchanger? This two fluid is passing through a device. One is hot, one is cold. Cold fluid is taking the heat from the hot fluid. Let us discuss the three types of heat exchangers: parallel flow heat exchanger, counter flow heat exchanger, cross flow heat exchanger. In parallel flow heat exchanger, both hot and cold fluid going to the same direction. In counter flow, it is going opposite direction, and in cross flow, one is vertical, another is passing through crossing each other direction. Okay, so what type of question generally comes? They are asking LMTD, and means from LMTD you can find out LMTD. From LMTD you can find out the amount of heat transfer, and there is LMTD means long mean temperature difference, and there is also arithmetic mean temperature difference. You can sum up the temperature between two faces of the heat exchanger and divide it by 2. Remember, you have to calculate the difference of the temperature in both the faces and take the logarithm mean for LMTD and put in Q equal to UA del Tm, that is U is overall heat coefficient. You will get the amount of heat transfer. Second method is NTU, number of transfer units. This method is used for finding out the effectiveness of the heat exchanger, and also sometimes they will not give you terminal temperature. That time it will be difficult to find out your LMTD. So this method will come into effectiveness that time. So from this, actually this heat transfer principle is mass into specific heat capacity into temperature difference, that you know, that formula is applicable here. Generally, whatever the amount of heat given by the hot fluid, it is taken by the means heat loss equal to heat gain. That is the only concept. From this you can calculate the amount of heat transfer, Q. Okay. Remember, the specific heat capacity, when it is multiplied by mass, it will give the heat capacity. So from heat capacity, the moment you know the heat capacity, that is Q, C, that is C for the fluid, hot fluid CH and cold fluid C, then you will come to know which one is more, that is minimum and maximum. The ratio of minimum heat capacity to maximum heat capacity is known as capacity ratio. And NTU, what is NTU? NTU is, that is the product of overall heat transfer coefficient and area divided by minimum heat capacity. So from this formula you can calculate NTU. C min by C max you can calculate, and from this you can find out the effectiveness of the heat exchanger. That is, effectiveness can be found out in two ways. That is actual heat transfer and maximum heat transfer. Ratio of actual heat transfer, see from here to here, in to out, how much heat is transferred, that is the actual, and total amount, that is hot in and cold in. What is the amount of heat transfer? That is the total. If you make the ratio, you will get the effectiveness of the heat exchanger. Like this, from parallel flow and counter flow, from NTU you can calculate also heat exchanger. This is the formula. Then for overall heat transfer coefficient, you can take out the coefficient of heat transfer in the both the faces, that in face, inner face as well as outer face. Make the ratio, you can get out and get, that is U, that is overall heat transfer coefficient. So this is the concept, formula concept. From this we can calculate the question and answer. So let us see what type of question they are asking. Say this is one type of question they are asking. This is simple question. Hot fluid is coming. Say hot fluid is coming. This hot fluid entry temperature 80 degree and exit temperature 50 degree. Cold fluid entry temperature is 20 degree and exit temperature 40 degree. That is parallel flow, and one is counter flow. Okay. So entry temperature for counter flow here, or exit temperature 40 here. So this will be reverse. So difference of both the phases you take out. Del T1 80 minus 20 60, 50 minus 40 10. So LMTD you can find out formula this minus this, del T1 minus del T 60 minus 10 divided by logarithm of this divided by this, del T1 by del T2. So this will be 27.91 degrees centigrade. Converse the parallel flow, same del T1 is 40 and del T2 is 50 minus 20 30. So you can find out from the same formula, this will be 40 minus 30 10, and it is 40 by 30 logarithm, you can find out 34.85 degree. So parallel flow will be lesser, LMTD will be lesser than counter flow heat exchanger. Okay. Next one is like this. This is one type of question, parallel flow heat exchanger. This is parallel flow heat exchanger. Both the flow is coming to the same direction. Hot fluid, flow rate is 0.2 kg. Okay. Entry temperature 75, exit temperature 45 degrees centigrade. Okay. Here cold fluid is 0.5, entry temperature 20 dC, exit temperature not given. So you have to calculate here for LMTD. The individual heat transfer coefficient on the both sides are same. So this side H1, this side HO will be 650 by m by 2 dc. Calculate the area of heat exchanger. So actual basic formula for area is Q equal to overall heat transfer coefficient, area, and del T1. So here U is not given. For U you need H1 and H2. 1 by U, 1 by H1 plus 1 by H2. So first thing you could calculate that U, that is 325. So one parameter U has already calculated. Okay. Second we need that is LMTD and Q. For finding out Q, this is the formula. M specific heat capacity and temperature difference. Hot fluid equal to cold fluid. So it is given for hot fluid 0.2, 0.4, 0.8, then 75 minus 45. So you can find out total heat equal to 25 1.22 kilojoule per cent. Okay. So kilojoule convert into joule for SI system. 1000 multiplied by 1000. So Q already you got. Now one thing is remain for del Tm. For del Tm here you have to you need this terminal temperature TC2. So we make heat loss equal to heat gain. So this is the heat gain MCP cold fluid del TC2 0.5. So del TC2 minus 20. Equate this, you will get TC2. From TC2 put this value 32 degree. Now LMTD formula, that is this minus this divided by log of this divided by this, you can get 29.12 degree. So you get all the thing. This you got, this you here you got, next this you got from here. So ultimately A will be Q by this put the value, it will be 2.66 meter square. Okay, this is the second type question. So from this question you can find out area as well as find out the terminal temperature. Third type question, this is little bit difficult question and calculative question, require much time. So generally they will come the 4 to 5 questions are there, integral question. 1 or 2 odd question they can come from this factor. Find TH2 and TC1. It is the counter flow heat exchanger like this. Here the counter flow. Okay. They need TH means exit temperature of hot fluid and entry temperature of cold fluid. How to calculate this? Okay. From this you see they have given you overall heat transfer coefficient, area also given, baki mass, entry temperature, of hot fluid, okay, specific heat capacity of hot fluid, then cold fluid, specific that is flow rate, specific heat capacity, and this is given. So put this value. First of all, see for hot fluid, what is the heat capacity? Specific heat capacity is mass flow rate 1 into this 104 J. What is the heat capacity for cold fluid? Put this value into specific heat capacity 1045. Both are same. So specific heat capacity of hot fluid and cold fluid both are same. Both are same means there is no difference. So here from here you can say no, each one can be minimum or maximum, you can say. So yeah. So capacity ratio is Cmin by Cmax equal to 1. Both are same. Then from this NTU you can find out UA by Cmin. Cmin UA means overall heat transfer coefficient. We have given these two values given divided by Cmin. From here you got Cmin. Okay, any of one of this you put, you can find out 0.85. So NTU you find out and R you could find out. So from this you can find out the efficiency of heat exchanger by the formula 1 minus e to the power NTU minus 1R, that is for counterflow heat exchanger. Put this value, it will be 0.45. So one efficiency you got is one effectiveness you got from this formula. Another formula is there, actual heat divided by maximum heat. So actual heat is what? This minus this into heat capacity, temperature difference into heat capacity, and heating by cold temperature in, that will be maximum. So make the ratio both one for cold hot fluid, one for cold fluid. So you will get two independent equation. Put the both independently equal to efficiency, that is 0.47. From here you will get one equation. From cold fluid you will get another equation. So you will get two equation. From this you can find out TH2 exit temperature as well as TC1, that is entry temperature of cold fluid. Okay, so this is little bit lengthy question and you need patience for this. So they will definitely ask sometime find out capacity ratio, sometimes they can ask find out the NTU, part wise they can ask. Okay, sometimes they can ask maximum, they can ask the find out the efficiency. So up to this you can find out, or you can find out efficiency from other method also. But sometimes they may ask find out the terminal temperature, one of the terminal temperature. So for terminal temperature you need to find out, make the equation. Okay, thank you for listening and attending. If you have any comments, you can put the comments and feedback. Thank you for listening.